Sydney Sweeney had finally broken her silence in an interview with GQ magazine after that astonishing, amazing, hilarious and brilliant row over her American Eagle jeans advert. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, so obviously the entire American left said it was obviously a Nazi joke and a slur. We had Donald Trump weigh into it. We had Vance weigh into it. And finally, she's broken her silence.
And now I'm going to weigh into it.
Go
there
on.
You have it. So, Sydney Sweeney is interesting. I think in the article in GQ, she did a little wink, to the MAGA movement, right? She's very
MAGA-coded.
MAGA-coded, there you go. She likes to nod to the base without giving too much. Honestly, I like her reaction. I like how she basically said, look, I work all day long. That's MAGA-coded. We are at work, okay? And so I like how she said that, I was off my phone, that's MAGA coded. But I think I love her attitude of, I didn't really care. I wanted to do it. I don't really care about the backlash, and I was at work.
She knows what she's doing, though. She turned up to that, was it the Vogue Awards last week in quite the dress for a women's empowerment.
Yes.
It was essentially her nipples out.
Yes.
Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yep.
She's having fun, right?
She's having fun.
But even then, though, even now, even after two Trump victories, the death of woke, the corporate America ditching all the DAI stuff, rushing to sort of pivot back to the right. Even now, someone who's clearly MAGA-ish actress still can't publicly say, you know what? Yeah, I am. So what?
Yeah, I think it's also interesting she's dating Scooter Braun, too, because we don't know where he
We're getting into a level of detail now. My battery's just died as well, so you're going to have to fill us in on that one.
I don't know where we lie with that either. Where do some of these other celebrities truly lie in the political arena? We've heard rumors, but I think it's interesting. She likes to play in this sort of no man's land, but we all kind of know where she's nodded. But
Tim,
she knows how to play her cards.
Tim, what do you reckon? Secret MAGA codes from Sydney Sweeney.
Well, I'm going to sort of repeat myself again. I think Sydney Sweeney. I think one of the things that is extraordinary about Sydney Sweeney is that she's in a lot of ways very ordinary, right? She's obviously she's a looker, right? She's got this blonde bombshell look. That's not ordinary. She certainly has an extraordinary career, but she definitely plays into this a little bit. Like, she knows that there are some things that make her less than ordinary, but she plays into it. I'm just a girl. I'm just working. She talks a lot about how I need to keep a job. And it's like, yeah, right.
But do you think if she did come out and say, yeah, you know what, I voted for Trump and I am a bit MAGA and, fine, deal with it, she would actually lose contracts still, or are we past that stage of American culture?
I don't know if we passed that. I think we're starting to pass that stage of American culture. I think Sydney Sweeney is one of a handful of people who would be able to do it regardless.
Yeah.
Adrienne, do you think she'd lose money, lose contracts?
It's tough to say, but I like the way she plays her cards. And listen, I think at the end of the day, we're all Sydney Sweeney fans. And you know what?
Except if you're a progressive media outlet or voter in America who seems to think she's now the Antichrist.
We've seen her at the gun range, too.
Well, there we go. If that's not MAGA coded,
it's
then
MAGA coded.
I don't know what. Adrienne, thank you for coming here. Tim, right, as ever, always friends of the show and always welcome back.